Okay, so today we're going to review the Taurus Judge, the SS, or the Magnum Edition. The Magnum Edition of the Taurus Judge basically shoots the 3-inch version of the 410 shot shells, whereas the previous Taurus Judge that was released only fired the 2.5-inch shot shells. This came about somewhere, I believe, like in early this year, 09, or towards like the end of 2008. Pretty much a lot of people were requesting that Taurus made a more powerful version of the Judge. It is their #1 selling handgun, and they responded with the Magnum Edition, which, as you can see here, has a much larger chamber. The one you're looking at here, I just picked it up today. It's blued, has the standard release for the chamber, which is Smith & Wesson revolvers. For those of you who know about guns, you will know that Smith & Wesson and Taurus had some kind of relationship, back in the day, and I guess they somehow shared some level of design. The rounds that this is able to fire is the Winchester Super X, as you can see right there, and it holds the 3-inch shot shells, triple-aught shot shells, which basically is this, and it has 5 .36 caliber pellets inside. So one shot will pretty much hit your target with 5 bullets. A lot more room for damage as opposed to the 2.5-inch Taurus Judge chamber that came out initially, because the triple-aught buckshots in that Taurus Judge only had 3 pellets. This one has 5 pellets, which has room for a lot more damage to be done. Still has pretty much the same feature. It's a little bit heavier. The Magnum version on the website, it is said that it weighs roughly about 36 ounces, which is a little bit over 2 pounds, not loaded. Loaded, you're probably somewhere around close to 40 ounces. It is double action. You could just fire regularly, or you could pull the hammer back and fire for a lighter trigger pull, whichever is more convenient for you. Now, the box itself doesn't really come with much. It's kind of like a bare bones package, just a regular black box. Taurus doesn't even really say Judge like anywhere apart from like on the side. I don't even think it says Judge. It just says like 410, mag. But that's how you'll know if you're buying the Magnum Edition. It took me quite a while to find this. I'm in Miami, Florida, and this is supposed to be like the base of Taurus International, and I've been searching for months before I actually found it. I got it for roughly about $550, which was pretty decent, considering some of the prices that I've seen on the internet. People have been trying to get the Magnum Edition of the Judge for a while, and they've been hogging it, so the dealers are skyrocketing the price. Comes with the manual here. The manual doesn't even seem to be very specific to the Judge. It just deals with basic information on, like, Taurus revolvers. Pretty basic stuff. It's a revolver. This is my receipt. This is my limited warranty. And then it comes with keys. The Taurus Judge, as with almost all of Taurus's revolvers, have this unique little keyhole towards where the hammer is located, where you can actually lock the gun with the key, and once it is locked, no one can fire it. You can't pull the trigger. And that's pretty much it, man. It's, it's bare bones. It doesn't really come with a lot of fancy stuff, but then again, you don't really need that much fancy stuff when you have this kind of firepower in your hand. It does have the ability to shoot, like I said, 410 shot shells. You could go with a triple-aught buckshot, 5 pellets, or you could go with bird shot, which I would suggest you use that for like small game. The triple-aught buckshot with the 5 shells, because it is the 5 pellets, it is the Magnum Edition, is definitely suited for personal defense. It also fires the 45 Colt, which is the sometimes it's called a 45 long Colt, which is also a pretty powerful bullet, and it's known for creating massive amounts of kinetic energy when it hits your target. You can get those in hollow points, and it's enough to create some serious damage. Looking closer here, you will notice that the handle is rubber, and it's based on Taurus's rubber grip. Has like little grooves, and the grooves move, and it is supposed to be helpful in terms of conforming to any hand, as well as assisting you with recoil. The gun itself has a nice fiber optic sight, which, as you can see there, has a fixed metal rear sight and a nice fiber optic front sight, which is pretty decent. The gun, my only concern with this gun is the weight. It is probably not the kind of gun that you want to carry around on your waist, because it will get pretty cumbersome and annoying, having almost 4 pounds of metal on you all day long. It is good to keep in the car or keep in the home. It does have the ability for you to purchase a rail, which you can fit here, and that rail will allow you to add like flashlights, lasers, things like that. For home defense, lasers are pretty good, as well as flashlights. You're able to point the gun in the direction where the light is. You could see who the intruder is. You can also blind them, and you can also shoot them a lot easier if you're able to see what's going on. So a laser sight will help. Red dot confirmation is always good, and a flashlight is always good. The thing that makes the Judge popular is because this is by no means a replacement for a 12 gauge shotgun. It has probably half the power of a 12 gauge shotgun, but it will be sufficient to knock down someone and do major damage, which is good enough. The advantage to having the Taurus Judge, which is a revolver, it's shorter, so it's easier for you to like clear a house, as opposed to a big shotgun where you have this long barrel. You're trying to go around corners. If someone's waiting in the corner and you can't see them, they could easily grab the barrel off the shotgun and possibly wrestle it away from you. This is shorter, more compact, and still has enough power to definitely kill an intruder. And that's why I think it's really popular for home defense. Add a flashlight to it and you should be pretty good. Let me just go ahead and open it up so I can show you guys some more.